Read the Bible with us. Genesis chapter 4. Cain and Abel. Adam had intercourse with Eve, his wife. She became pregnant and gave birth to a child. She named him Cain, for she said, "I have got a man with help from Yahweh." She later gave birth to Abel, his brother. Abel was a shepherd and kept flocks, and Cain tilled the soil. It happened after a time that Cain brought fruits of the soil as an offering to Yahweh. Abel, for his part, brought the firstborn of his flock and some fat as well. Now Yahweh was well pleased with Abel and his offering, but towards Cain and his offering he showed no pleasure. This made Cain very angry and downcast. Then Yahweh said to Cain, "Why are you angry and downcast? If you do right, why do you not look up? But if you are not doing what is right, sin is lurking at the door. It is striving to get you, but you must control it." Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let's go to the fields." Once there, Cain turned on his brother Abel and killed him. Yahweh said to Cain, "Where is your brother, Abel?" He answered, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Yahweh said, "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now be cursed and driven from the ground that has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood that your hand has shed. When you till the soil, it will no longer yield you its produce. You will be a fugitive wandering on the earth." Cain said to Yahweh, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. See, today you drive me from this land. I must hide from you and be a wanderer and a fugitive on the earth. And it will so happen that whoever meets me will kill me." Yahweh said to him, "Well then, whoever kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times." And Yahweh put a mark on Cain to prevent anyone who met him from killing him. Cain then went to Yahweh's presence and settled in the land of Nod to the east of Adan. The descendants of Cain and Seth. Cain had intercourse with his wife. She conceived and gave birth to Enoch. As he was building a town, he called it by the name of his son Enoch. A son, Irad, was born to Enoch. Irad became father to Mehujael, and Mehujael of Methusael, and Methusael of Lamech. Lamech had two wives, Ada and Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal. He was father to those who live in tents and keep flocks. His brother was Jubal. He was father to all those who play the lyre and flute. As for Zillah, she gave birth to Tubal-Cain, forger of all tools in bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, "Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. For I killed a man for wounding me, and a boy for striking me. If Cain will be avenged 7 times, then Lamech 77 times." Adam again had intercourse with his wife, and she gave birth to a son, and named him Seth. For she said, Yahweh has given me another child in place of Abel, since Cain killed him. To Seth also a son was born, and he called him Enosh. At that time, people began to call on the name of Yahweh. Genesis chapter 4 in Tagalog, si Cain at si Abel. Sinipingan ni Adan ang kanyang asawa at ito'y nagdalang tao. Nang isilang ang kanyang panganay na lalaki ay sinabi ni Eva, Nagkaroon ako ng anak na lalaki sa tulong ni Yahweh. Kaya Cain ang ipinangalan niya rito. Sinundan si Cain ng isa pang anak na lalaki at Abel naman ang ipinangalan dito. Naging pastol ito at si Cain naman ay magsasaka. Dumating ang panahon na si Cain ay naghandog kay Yahweh ng ani niya sa bukid. Kinuha naman ni Abel ang isa sa mga panganay ng kanyang kawan. Pinatay niya ito at inihandog ang pinakamainam na bahagi. Si Yahweh ay nasiyahan kay Abel at sa kanyang handog. Ngunit hindi niya kinalugdan si Cain at ang handog nito. Dahil dito, hindi may larawan ng mukha ni Cain sa tindi ng galit. Kaya sinabi ni Yahweh, Anong ikagagalit mo, Cain? Bakit ganyan ang mukha mo? Kung mabuti ang ginawa mo, dapat kang magsaya. Kung masama naman, ang kasalanay tulad ng mabangis na hayop na laging nag-aabang upang lupigin ka at pagharian. Kailangang pagtagumpayan mo ito. Isang araw, nilapitan ni Cain ang kanyang kapatid. Wika niya, Abel, mamasyal tayo. Sumama naman ito, ngunit pagdating sa kabukiray pinatay niya ito. Tinanong ni Yahweh si Cain, Nasaan si Abel? Hindi ko alam, tugon niya. Bakit? Ako ba'y tagapag-alaga ng aking kapatid? At sinabi ni Yahweh, Cain, nakapangingilabot ang ginawa mo. Sumisigaw sa akin mula sa lupa ang dugo ng iyong kapatid at humihingi ng paghihiganti. Susumpain ka't palalayasin sa lupain ito, lupang natigmak sa dugo ng kapatid mo na iyong pinaslang. Bungkalin mo man ang lupang ito upang tamnan, hindi ka mag-aani. Wala kang matatahanan at magiging lagalag ka sa daigdig. Napakabigat namang parusa ito, sabi ni Cain kay Yahweh. Ngayong pinalalayas mo ako sa lupain ito upang malayo sa iyong paningin at maglagalag sa daigdig. Papatayin ako ng sino mang makakakita sa akin. Hindi, sagot ni Yahweh. Parurusahan ng 7 ibayo ang sino mang papatay kay Cain. At nilagyan niya ng palatandaan si Cain upang maging babala sa sino man na ito'y di dapat patayin. Iniwan ni Cain si Yahweh at tumira siya sa lupain ng Nod, isang lugar sa silangan ng Eden. Ang lahi ni Cain. Sinipingan ni Cain ang kanyang asawa. Nagdalang tao ito at nagkaanak ng isang lalaki. Ang sanggol ay tinawag niyang Enok. Nagtayo siya ng isang lunsod at tinawag ding Enok bilang alaala sa kanyang anak. Si Enok ang ama ni Irad na ama ni Mehujael. Anak naman nito si Metusael na ama ni Lamek. Nag-asawa si Lamek ng 2, sina Ada at Zila. Naging anak ni Ada si Jabal, ang pinagmulan ng mga nagpapastol ng mga baka at ng mga tumitira sa tolda. Kapatid nito si Jubal na siya namang pinagmulan ng mga manunugtog ng alpa at plauta. Naging anak naman ni Zila si Tubal-Cain. Sa kanya nagmula ang lahat ng panday ng mga kagamitang tanso at bakal. Si Tubal-Cain ay may kapatid na babae na ang ngalan naman ay Naama. Sinabi ni Lamek sa 2 niyang asawa, Dinggin ninyo itong aking sasabihin. Ada at Zila, asawa kong giliw, may pinatay akong isang kabataan. Ako'y sinaktan kaya ko pinatay. Kung saktan si Cain, ang parusang gawad, sa gagawa nito'y 7 patong agad. Ngunit kapag ako ang siyang sinaktan, pitong patong ang kaparusahan. Ang lahi ni Seth, muling sinipingan ni Adan ang kanyang asawa at ito'y nanganak ng isa pang lalaki. Sinabi ng ina, binigyan ako ng Diyos ng kapalit ni Abel at ito'y tinawag niyang Seth. Si Seth ang ama ni Enos. Noon nagsimula ang mga tao ng pagdalangin sa Diyos at pagtawag sa kanya ng Yahweh. Genesis chapter 5. The descendants of Adam. This is the account of Adam's descendants. When God created Adam, he made him in the likeness of God. Male and female, he created them. He blessed them and called them man on the day they were created. Adam was 130 years old when he became father of a son born in his own likeness, in his own image, and he named him Seth. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived for 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Adam lived 930 years. Then he died. When Seth was 105, he became father of Enosh. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived 807 years. He had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Seth lived 912 years. Then he died. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became father of Canaan. After the birth of Canaan, Enosh lived 815 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enosh lived 905 years, then he died. When Canaan was 70 years old, he became father of Mahalalel. After the birth of Mahalalel, Canaan lived 840 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Canaan lived 910 years, then he died. When Mahalalel was 65, he became the father of Jared. After that, Mahalalel lived 830 years and had other sons and daughters. All the days of Mahalalel were 895 years when he died. When Jared was 162, he became the father of Enoch. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Jared lived 962 years, then he died. When Enoch was 65, he became the father of Methuselah. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch walked with God 300 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Enoch lived 365 years. After Enoch had walked with God, he disappeared because God took him up. When Methuselah was 187, he became father of Lamech. After the birth of Lamech, Methuselah lived 782 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Methuselah lived 969 years, then he died. Lamech was 182 when he became father of a son, and named him Noah, for he said, "He will console us in hard toil and suffering of our hands, because of the soil that was cursed by Yahweh." After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. In all, Lamech lived 777 years, then he died. When Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Sem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis chapter 5 in Tagalog. Ang lahi ni Adan. Ito ang aklat ng lahi ni Adan. Nang likhain ng Diyos ang tao, ginawa niya itong kalarawan niya. Lumikha siya ng isang lalaki at isang babae, at matapos pagpalain, sila'y tinawag niyang tao. Si Adan ay 130 taon nang maging anak niya si Seth. Nabuhay pa siya ng 800 taon at nagkaroon pa ng mga anak na lalaki at babae bago mamatay sa gulang na 930 taon. Si Seth ay 105 taon nang maging anak si Enos. Nabuhay pa siya ng 807 taon at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak. Siya'y namatay sa gulang na 912 taon. 70 taon naman si Enos nang maging anak niya si Cainan. Namuhay pa siya ng 815 taon at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak. Namatay siya sa gulang na 905 taon. Si Cainan naman ay 70 taon nang maging anak si Mahalael. Nabuhay pa siya ng 840 taon at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak. Siya'y namatay sa gulang na 910 taon. 65 taon si Mahalalel nang maging anak si Jared. Siya'y nabuhay pa ng 830 taon at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak bago namatay sa gulang na 895 taon. Si Jared ay 162 nang maging anak niya si Enoch. Nabuhay pa siya ng 800 taon at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak bago namatay sa gulang na 962 taon. 65 taon naman si Enoch nang maging anak niya si Matusalem. Nabuhay siya ng 300 taon kasama ang Diyos at nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak. Umabot siya ng 365 taon at sa buong panahong iyon ay kasama nga niya ang Diyos. Pagkatapos, nawala siya sapagkat kinuha ng Diyos. Si Matusalem ay 187 taon nang maging anak niya si Lamech. Siya'y nabuhay pa ng 782 taon. Nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak at namatay sa gulang na 969 na taon. Si Lamech ay 182 taon nang magkaroon ng anak. Sinabi niya, mula sa lupang ito na sinumpa ni Yahweh, ipinanganak ang lulunas sa lahat ng ating mga pagpapagal at pagpapakasakit. Kaya't Noe ang pinangalan niya sa kanyang anak. Nabuhay si Lamech ng 595 taon pa at siya'y nagkaroon din ng ibang mga anak bago namatay sa gulang na 777 taon. Si Noe na may 500 taon na nang maging anak niya sina Sem, Cam, at Japheth. Thank you for being with me at this moment, dear viewers. To God be all the honor, praise, and glory.